Hey everybody, what's up? Another practice day here on a beautiful Sunday here at the track. A few other guys out here practicing. Some of them with shifter carts. It's really cool. But out here again, getting set up, getting ready to run some practice laps, make a few tweaks. There's a few things that I'm going to be trying out today to see if we can get get it dialed in a bit. I'm gonna be playing around with my track width adjustments and stuff like that. My front and rear wheels. Also playing around with air pressure. That's about it. Nothing really extreme. Nothing major. But basically putting in some seat time to see if we can get some better times. I'm going to be practicing primarily on the layout that we'll be racing on February the 19th, because that's primarily what I should be practicing for anyways. See if I can put down some good times for that race. Anyways, we'll keep you updated and see how the day goes, but it should be beautiful. I'm going to have a lot of fun. So got a couple of practice sessions in. We're strictly running on the layout that we're going to be running in February. So my first session actually put down a little bit better times than I had last time I was out. I think my best time was like a 39.8 seconds. So both myself and Giovanni took it out. I drove it, Giovanni drove it for a practice session, came back in, and we tweaked up a little bit. One of the racers here had recommended last time out that we remove the seat stays, which are there to stiffen up the chassis a bit, but that also makes it tight. So we decided to remove that as our one tweak for this session. And already I was able to increase my best time by 0.6 of a second. My best time was down to 39.2. So obviously right then and there I can see there was a difference, and I could definitely feel a difference in the way that it was handling. It wasn't wanting to break loose. The rear end wasn't wanting to break loose as quickly. So basically a little bit better traction going into the corners. We got Gio out there running right now. We're basically doing 10 lap sessions. So I'll run it 10 laps, bring it in, and we'll swap up, and then he'll run it 10 laps. And then from there we'll make another tweak and we'll go from there. Alright, so our practice session 2 is over. Like I was saying, I knocked off probably about 0.6 of a second on my times with this chassis tweak. Giovanni, on the other hand, he didn't knock off as much time, but he did knock off a bit. I think, what was it, about 0.6 of a second we said?
Actually, it was a tenth for me.
A tenth of a second, a whole tenth of a second, okay. So but yeah, he wasn't feeling it as much as I was. But like I said, for me, could have been a combination of just better driving on my part, plus the chassis, but for me it felt pretty good. So our next week right now, one thing is, let me see, I don't know if I can switch this thing around. Next week right now is we haven't made any chassis adjustments or anything. What we've done is I've put on my new Vega Red wheels and tires. So we're going to I'm going to get those broken in a little bit, take 2 practice sessions on those. Also want to kind of see, not only get them broken in a bit, but see how they how the traction is on those on these tires compared to the MGs. I left the tire pressure at the same as the other tires, which is at 15 pounds, just so that we can try and keep everything equal, to see, you know, how it affects our times. Okay, so another successful practice session. So yeah, definitely have gotten faster, and that's why it's a successful practice session, because our times have definitely gotten faster. So here's the final what we ended up doing. These new tires put on, like I said, we put on the new Vega Reds with my new wheels and tires. No question, these suckers handle. They're more grippy than the MG Reds that I had on there that came with the Kart. So with that said, these MG Reds are going up for sale, because it really makes no sense for me to put those on, because these Vegas, they just handle so much better. I knocked off another half a second off my fastest lap time, and all we did was change the tires. So that in itself, and Giovanni in his practice session, he again put down, what did you do, about another half second? Yeah, he knocked off about another half second off of his fastest time. So yeah, by all means, these Vega Reds are staying on here. I'm gonna end up I'm gonna have to get me another set of tires for race day, but I'll keep these on here for practice. They definitely hook up really nice. Other than that, the only other modification we made was to remove the rear seat stays. There's basically what that are, it's these little brackets, stability brackets, and they come in here and they mount here to the chassis, basically to make the basically, I guess, to stiffen up the rear end. But one of the racers here, actually the director of the club, Kenner, he highly recommended removing them, and we will see. And sure enough, when we removed them, I knocked off about 0.8 of a second on my fastest lap time. And so yeah, little things we're doing. We're getting faster and faster, and you know, part of that also too comes with seat time, as mentioned. So seat time and making tweaks here and there. So we're wrapping it up for today. It was a blast once again. Hope y'all enjoy it, and we'll talk to you later.